For many families, raising children with disabilities, access to quality education and specialized support remains a challenge. But at the EDMUND Rice Center, hope is restored every day through inclusive learning, therapy, and life-changing opportunities. Established to support children with disabilities, the center is providing holistic education while empowering families and strengthening communities.
The organization started in 2007 by the name Mary Rice Center Kenya, and over the years until 2020, when we did amalgamation or the merger, to bring together some of the EDMUND Rice families that were operating in different regions to be at a centralized place, and that was founded in 2020. And the aim of merging, the aim of the center really was to offer and to provide educational services, focusing particularly for learners with disabilities, all from informal settlement that we work with. And we work with the Kibera Informal Settlement, which is just next to here. And all our children and our clients and our caregivers and the community, this is where they come to get that basic learning education. We provide fundamental holistic skills when we're talking about pre-vocations. And what are some of these pre-vocations? We are simply talking about urban farming for preparing these students, especially for the next transitioning pathways, because we want to exit them from the program. But we don't want to do that without them having something. It could be a skills or hands involvement or something to learn about that they'll be able to continue doing and working when they're in the community. And that is what we call social disability enterprise, which is more of business related. The other thing was about giving opportunity to these people, and especially their families, because of the stigma, the advocacy. The community out there, they still don't understand the causes of disability, their management, and where they can refer to or report such a cases when they come across maybe a household or a family that is having somebody with disability but they don't know where to go to. So under the advocacy, we wanted to ensure that these children are given an opportunity to come and be able to learn. And if you look around, our theme here or our philosophy of how we work is a hashtag, give us opportunity, not sympathy. So we do not sympathize with people with disability, but rather we provide opportunity. And that's why this center exists, to provide that space for them.
Admission into the program follows a thorough assessment process to ensure that the children who need the services most receive appropriate support.
We receive so many clients. Clients here in this case are people who are coming for enrollment. Yes, we do have a criteria that we use, and how we also receive referrals is through verbal. Maybe a parent has been here before, a parent from here knows somebody else in the community, will go and talk about that, they will come. We also do, we receive referrals through weekly radio sessions. We work with the Radio Pamoja FM in Kibera. Every Tuesday we go and talk about disability to sensitize the community. And when we receive, clients or people, we do what is called functional assessment. That's the first stage. We carry out the functional assessment. We have our assessors here. We also work together with and partner together with the Kenya Institute of Special Curriculum, KISE, for that matter. And our assessor here is on full-time basis. And every day, every week, we receive people who need to be assessed, and whether we enroll or we refer. And before we enroll here, we do assessment as a stage 1. So after the assessment, that is what determines whether we enroll here or we do referrals. Through the assessment, there are a number of things we look into. The history of the disability of the person, the hospitals or any other centers that the assessments have been done before, and what have been some of the recommendations. We also look into the local area government representative. In this case, we call them chief, who also endorses that this family or this child need a support from your institutions. Just to justify that, yes, this is the correct person that you're dealing with. And also we look into the general journey of how has this person been since childbirth up to where we are. And that also helps us to know when we enroll here, then what are some of the basic things we need to start with. Is it, are we starting with the foundation class, or are we starting from the intermediary class, or are we going straight into the pre-vocation class as an enrollment, or is the child based within the sensory class, a class that needs full-time concentration. And these are people on wheelchairs and things like that. They need feeding and all those things, toiletry and etc., etc. So when you look at that assessment, that is what determines how we do enrollment here.
Beyond supporting children, the center is investing in long-term sustainability by empowering families, especially women, to become economically independent.
In the socio-economic empowerment, we say that that is the department or the project that supports the household of this child with disability. Why do we do that? Because we want to empower the caregiver of this child with disability. We want to equip and provide skills and knowledge to this caregiver of this child with disability. Why do we do that? Because we believe that once the caregiver is empowered, they'll be able to continue supporting their sons, their daughters with disability through that life.
Leo nimekuja kama mzazi, niko kwa klasi ya tailoring, tunangeni skills tukiwa hapo. Pale hatulipi, tunasaidiwa, tuko na mwalimu. Ukiwa kwako nyumbani, ukipata na vile utakaa, unanunua machini yako, unajifanya pale nyumbani, unatengeneza manguo, unarepair manguo na unapata chakula ya watoto wako apart from ule somewhere wako hapa. Pia unalipa school fees. Hii shule ina to empower. Kuna vile tunaitwa mikutano, tunasomeshwa, tunapewa pesa kidogo ya empowering youth. Na unapata maisha imeendelea. Zaidi ya yote, vile tulikuwa tunaenda huko therapy huko nje, tunafanyiwa therapy hapa. Na bado atulipi. Tunasaidika, watoto wetu wamesaidika. Kama wangu alikuwa anaishi kutembea na magoti na saa hii anatembea, nashukuru Mungu. Very soon najua hata sauti itakuja. So mimi nimefurahia sana tukiwa hapa. Alafu walimu wetu ni walimu very social to us. Tuko very open na hao walimu and tumependa.
Physical rehabilitation is another key pillar of the center's program. Physiotherapist Dadia Zaraka works closely with learners to improve mobility, independence, and overall quality of life.
This is where we do receive children with disability. Number one, they are from Kibera, most of them. So we do an assessment for the children. Then we diagnose the condition of the child. Then we know how to help the parent. In this school, we admit children above 5 years to 17 years. So for those who are below 5 years, we offer them therapy services where the parent will come with the child. We do therapy for them, that is occupation and physio and speech therapy. Then when a child attains 6 years to be admitted here, he is being reassessed again. Then we know what the boy or the child is capable of doing, his interest, the talent. Then we do an admission, depending with the spaces in class. In our children who live with disability, we the normal people, we have 5 senses zenye tuna recognize. So kuna zingine 3 zinakuanga na hawa watoto wako na disability, of which pia tuko naye sisi, but hiyo ndio inafanya tunajua shida yao mali iko. So tuko na kitu inaitwa vestibular sensory, tuko na interoceptor sensory, na tuko na ya 3 inaitwa proprioceptor sensory. So unapata hiyo vestibular sensory inasaidia kwa balance na coordination. Interoceptor inasaidia kujua internal feeling ya mtu, kama kusikia kiu, kusikia kuenda choo, vitu kama hizo. Then tuko na proprioceptor. Hiyo proprioceptor ndio inasaidianga kuweka nguvu kwa kufanya kitu. That is, tuko na fine motor na tuko na gross motor muscles. So unapata ku make movement kwa mtu mwenye ako na low proprioceptor sensories hawezi make move. Pia unapata wako na walking style different. Yeah. So hii inasaidia ku vestibular wise. Vestibular iko kwa maskio. So kwa mtoto, unapata mtoto kama hajaanza kutembea, ako na uoga, hajui kuna chini. So kitu kama hiyo ukiweka mtoto hapa, ukimswing, ana get kujua balancing, ana calm down, anaelewa vitu tu. Yeah.
So unaweka mtoto hapo ndani kwa hiyo kitu
Mdogo namweka hapa ndani, mwenye ako below 5 years namweka hapa. Hii ni mat iko hapa chini, it's like a mattress. Wewe unakuja unakaa chini ukifanya therapy. And this is a Swiss ball. A Swiss ball, it helps in doing corrections of a child maybe has deformities, maybe a child has weaknesses on the muscles, so it helps me to strengthen their muscle and preventing contraction deformities on a child. Yeah, and this here is a hand therapy board where you may find a child has hemiplegia, you may find a child has quadriplegia, but they cannot do coordination. So when you bring a child here, you help him doing the exercise for himself to help a child strengthen the hand maybe and to put the muscles have power.
How do they do that?
For example, taking this thing from here, you take one like this until here, and it's good when a child finishes like this, you clap for him, okay? Something like this. You may find a child has any pleasure and he is not capable picking this, coordinating to bring to this side.
Okay.
So when he does to bring this side, the muscles strengthen, the bone strengthens and straightens. This still is a hand therapy board where you find a child cannot be able to coordinate this thing to swing it like this. So now you help the child to do so. Okay. And it has somewhere to strengthen, to know the power of the child. So when you tighten this thing like this stuff becomes harder.
Okay.
So the child will use power to do like this, and it helps him to have a coordination style like this. Yeah, it helps in fine motor and gross motor.
Okay.
Then this one here helps in fine motor skills.
Okay.
You may find a child is not capable of opening these nuts and closing. So when a child tries to open like this, the fine motor becomes strong and coordinated.
Teacher Bessel Umundi and Phyllis Songayo lead inclusive classrooms where every learner is given the opportunity to develop according to their abilities. The curriculum emphasizes disability inclusion, integration, and practical life skills.
Here we do basic learning activities. We have 7 learning areas in this class. One of them being daily living activities and religious education. Daily living activities, we mainly do it to make them independent. Things like buttoning and unbuttoning, dressing and undressing, bathing, oral hygiene. We simply teach them those to make them a little bit, to make them more independent, not to depend on others, especially when they're out of the school. We also have religious education, which the main purpose is to help them have empathy. Things that are being taught maybe in church, because some of them don't go to church due to their condition. Most parents assume that they don't want to associate themselves with their children due to their condition, due to stigma in the community. So we introduce them to religious education to help them have empathy, sharing, whatever is being taught in church, ability to clap their hands, put their hands together while praying, yeah, and to also have know that there's supreme God who exists.
This is the provocation class whereby we do all the skills that are able to assist these children perform when they are out of the compound. So mostly what we do here, we have the beadwork. As you can see what they are doing, this work is made by our children. I just teach them, instruct them, and leave them, and they continue with the work. Then we have hairdressing and beauty. As you can see in that cupboard, they do the hairdressing and beauty, they do the barber, and I just teach them and they continue. Then we have the catering part of it. We do bake the cakes, we do fry fish, just for our children. We also do detergent making, whereby we make multi-purpose soap, we make jik, we make harpic. Then we also have a tapestry work, and we have tailoring for our children, and we also have urban farming. So with our children, they don't do the all activities. We first assess them, and after we have assessed, we see where the child love. So most of them, like you've just had, someone doesn't have the work, he doesn't like bidding. So we need to assess the person, then we give the child where he like most. So the activities you see here, everybody is placed according to his or her ability.
The center strives to make its services accessible. Parents are not required to pay school fees, only a commitment fee that demonstrates their dedication to their children's education.
We do not charge any school fee here at EDMUND Rice Center, Nairobi. Why? Because we understand the challenges of where our caregivers or parents come from. They all come from Kibera informal settlement, as well as Southland Kijiji informal settlement. And to ask them to pay school fee, it will be a very big challenge. And even what we're asking them to pay now is called commitment fee. So the commitment fee is not a school fee really, but is a fee also to make the caregivers or the parents to be committed, to be responsible. Now that, yes, the organization and the center is here, we're providing free education, free medication, free meals, free assessment. What is their commitment? So because we want to see that commitment from them, is now what we're asking them, hey, can you also pay commitment fee, which is just 4,500 a whole year. And with the 4,500 a whole year, the child will be able to come, will feed, will get meals, will be provided with medication free for the entire 12 months of a year.
The surrounding community has played a significant role in supporting the initiative, helping create an environment where inclusion continues to grow.
The community loves EDMUND Rice Center Nairobi. Why? Because we provide holistic education, and particularly with the focus on people with disabilities. And if you look at the number of activities, learning areas we provide, people outside they are saying, you know, if you want your child to benefit, even if your child is disabled, take that child to EDMUND Rice Center Nairobi. If you want your son or daughter to grow, take that child to EDMUND Rice Center Nairobi. And we feel very privileged to hear that, because EDMUND Rice is open. It's open to the community, people with disabilities, households with disability, regardless of where they come from, as long as they need the support. And the impact that we're providing here today, and that we've provided since 2007, we've also transited some from this program. We have transited 4 of our students who managed to go to Strathmore University, and they started from here through under ICT program, and now they're working in the community. They've been linked with the jobs. They graduated at university, Strathmore University, and now they're in the community working.
Despite the impact, the center continues to face challenges. Inaccessible environments and inadequate financial resources limit its ability to reach even more children.
If you look where we are standing, it's not a user disability friendly environment. Why? Because we have children who are using wheelchairs. They can't use wheelchairs on this sort of like a maram, you know. So if we could get people, or the government could come in, or any support could come to help us with this, that can be very good, and we can appreciate that. 2, we have local well-wishers who support us with what we do and things like that in terms of meals, medication, and so forth and so forth. And local well-wishers, again, you cannot rely on them. These are one-off donors or donations. They come in time, you see. And then also, in terms of salaries and wages for my staff, we are being supported and funded by the EDMUND Rice Foundation Australia, and partly the EDMUND Rice Development in Ireland. But you see, donors will not give you 100% funding. You know, they give you 60% and tell you, hey, look for co-funding, and you need to get this and you need to do that. So that means we have to do a lot of resource mobilization locally and a lot of community engagement just to get support and so many other things in place. We don't have a designated transport logistics. So you will see many parents are bringing their children, either carrying them at their backs or using motorbikes. And those are high risk, highway risks, because accidents can occur, you know. having a child on a motorbike and something happens, what next? You see? So if we can have a solution to find a transport logistic in terms of either a bus that could be or whatever donated or something that can help and ease with the transportation, that will be very good. And why do I say that? Because Kibera is big. It stretches from all the way from Jamhuri showground all the way up to Upper Hill towards the CBD, and moving inside is a big challenge, especially for the children who are using wheelchairs. Now with the transport logistic arranged in place, we'll be able to pick these children at a centralized place, drop them at a centralized place, and their caregivers will come for them.
Sammy's greatest motivation is the love for what he does. He also shares about his vision for the future.
It is always good to be inspired before you expire so that you can admire to acquire in future. Now, why do I say that? I say that because when you love doing something, you will always feel inspired, no matter the challenge or no matter what comes across your way. But the moment you realize something in your heart, something good to the people and to the community, despite the challenges, despite not achieving or getting what you want, but you have the strategies, you have the objectives are clear, and you know what you want to achieve, you will always go for it. And you'll always feel inspired by what you do. And of course, we usually say, do your best, the rest will come. Open the door, you never know, there will be more doors opened and the more opportunities coming in. And also what makes us keep going is, if we leave these children, or today we say, now let's close the institutions, let's ask all the caregivers to come pick their students and go back with them home. One, we don't know what will happen to them back home. Two, we don't know how they will be there. Three, we feel this is a safe space for them. So if they are in the community, we don't know what is happening. But if they're here, we feel so much safe. In the next 10 years, 5 to 10 years, Edmund Rise will be a place where the community will be able to come and learn more about future sustainability when it comes to human sustainability development. It's a place people will come to learn about urban farming, how it is it being done through hydroponic technique farming. It is a place that we will want to see more assessments are done and more referrals are made so that people with disabilities get support and can be able to acquire what they need in life. In the next 10 years, we will want to see Edmund Rice Center Nairobi being one of the best institutions that offers the best learning skills for people with disabilities. Not only for children, but now extending it to even adults with disability who may need the same services.
SAMMY encourages the society to embrace persons with disabilities, support them, and give them equal opportunities to thrive.
We ask all fellow Kenyans, support institutions that are helping, offering services for people with disabilities or children or things like that. And also, if you can also pay visits to these institutions, like Edmund Rice Center Nairobi and many other institutions that are also offering the same services like us, you are most welcome, and you can visit at any time. And when you visit and you see what they're doing, appreciate, compliment, and even share, and be our ambassadors. People with disabilities, it is only that they're able differently. And it doesn't mean that they can't do everything. They can do everything. Because their ability level is way far much higher than our normal ability level. What do we need to do with that? Just to listen to them, provide them a space, support them, and be with them. And when you do that, you will feel very much appreciated. We say disability is not inability, but it is more about ability, adaptability, and capability of what they can do. So support them and provide for them a space. Give them that opportunity that you have, and let them do what they want, and you'll be able to see.